Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about really, truly dysfunctional family during the holidays. I think many of us who have dysfunctional families, dysfunctional friends, dysfunctional whatever it is that we will be around them. It could be a job. They would be around them during the holidays. But I'm going to give an example of a dysfunctional family that during the holidays, the woman I'm going to talk about, her name is Amanda. Okay, and basically, often they just didn't include her. Now she could go there for the holiday. She knew they would tell her that they were going to do this, but they didn't involve her in the planning many aspects. It was kind of like a mention, oh yeah, we're going to meet at this house this time. You know, like she really wasn't involved. And now I'm going to mention each of we're going to talk about her siblings, not the rest, but her siblings. One of them is basically the eldest. Well, one of them is not really all that into it. It's just, hey, I'm going to go there, kind of somewhat of an obligation, but more of a self-centered, hey, I just want the food. I miss the food, that kind of thing. And in the presents, and you know, along that line, more of that kind of selfish purposes. Really doesn't care that much to be around the family, but hey, okay, why not? Okay, then there's this one that is the kind that thinks they're Sarge in charge. You know, that has to be I'm going to say female, has to be her way, her day, whatever day she wants, whatever time, whatever place, you know, whatever. It has to be her way. Or she will come up with any excuse as why it has to be her way. Like if she says she wants it at her house, okay, she'll come up with excuses, even to get a fake ailment or whatever. That she can't drive, her car's not working, whatever she drives is not working right now, and it doesn't matter. She's going to find a way to say, well, all of you are, uncaring if you don't, and she doesn't tell them, do it my way, but that's what it is. She's Sarge in charge. And then when everybody's there, like say, this time she wanted a trip, so she took herself and her family to them, but she was going to be the one when she got there that everybody would need to know what time it's going to be. According to her, they're going to have Christmas dinner, the time, where everybody was going to sleep, who would need to go get a hotel, and all of these things is about her, what she thinks. Okay, now that's that one type. Okay, now there's also the type that's the hostess. The hostess type. I'm going to say this female too, hostess. And she, especially if it is, say, at the parent's house, she's one who, the parent or parents, the main home, whatever it is. She's one not to have left, still lives there, or hasn't left the area, and everybody else, say, went other places, or maybe not too far, but still, they're not right there. And she is the hostess. That's how she sees it. Even though it is as much their family home as it is hers, no, she feels like she is the one has to is hosting this, and therefore she's laying claim. Okay, that's what she's really doing, is laying claim that this is her home. And but she doesn't, in none of this do they say it outright. They just say it, but it's implied. Okay, and she really doesn't want any of the others to come back to, live close or live there, to basically, they can't find out what kind of evil she's up to. This is an evil woman, kind of histrionic. She knows how to play the game. She's on stage, okay, and behind the scenes, she's up to evil. She's up to, we could say evil. Or she's just plotting and planning on how she's going to get whatever she wants. Like, if the parents or remaining parent were to pass away, she would know where everything is. She would take it. She would say they got rid of it years ago, whatever it is. So she could get the most from it. Okay. She may have them spend money, him, her, or them, for them to spend money so she could take the item later on and the other ones wouldn't know it. On and on. She was always up to no good. And let's see. I'm reading my notes here. And she one of the people she would the main person she would attack was often behind the scenes, but brought into it sometimes was the one they felt was the black sheep of the family. Some would call it the scapegoat. If you study dysfunctional families, scapegoat isn't exactly what you would think. And some would say, she had made one of them to be known as what they call these days, is more pop psychology kind of thing, the golden child, when that wasn't the situation. But she made this into that, and she would do the smear campaign behind the scenes saying this one is, the golden child or whatever, scapegoat, the black sheep, was doing this and that, making that person look evil when she was truly the evil one. And so when holidays come, that one wouldn't even want to go there. Okay, in this situation, this is Amanda. Okay, Amanda, not the evil one, was not the evil one. She was the one that was the black sheep, etc. of the family. She did not want to be there. And so what Amanda really actually did was to disown her family. The way she put it when she was younger, she just disowned her family during the holidays. There was just far too much chaos, far too much drama, and she really didn't feel like driving many miles to get there just to be harassed. And that's how she put it. Eventually, she told them, "No, do not ever contact me again, ever, period." She went no contact with her family. So now Amanda is another type, and now Amanda, like I just said, she's the black sheep, etc. They'll all buy one another really nice gifts, but for Amanda, they'll go down to the dollar store. Yeah, that's what they do. The cheapest, or they'll handmade something that is really crappy. Something that, some people say it's the thought that counts. Well, that was the thought, to make sure it was very crappy. Okay, last minute thing, go to the dollar store. Or, buy the cheapest things for them. That's what they did to her. So like I said, eventually said, do not ever contact me again. Once the parents were gone, she wanted nothing to do with them. Okay, and she had no voice, no choice in any of it. They would often find out what day she was off work. She could travel there to be there for the holidays, earlier on, and, years before. And then they would ensure that the days that they were going to have the Christmas would not allow her to get off work to go there. Okay, those would not be the days she has off, that she could travel. They'll find a way to make it like the day before, or that she would be leaving, or it would be that day. Didn't necessarily be like Christmas dinner, or would not be on Christmas. They would work away. And so there they would have all these little smear campaigns going on, and let's see. Like I said, they changed the date, so she wouldn't have no choice. Consistently, at first, when she was really young, it was like, okay, sometimes this kind of thing happens. But as time went on, she saw the pattern. Check the pattern. Always notice the pattern. That's the way I see it. I'm not giving anybody any advice. But anyway, to move on. Now, there was another one, another type. I'm saying this as in, this is a story, a hypothetical-fictional story. So another one, and it's going to go on from there. But this one, she believes it is the person, that she is the main person that they all want to see there for the holidays. I mean, they must have her. And she will actually say this, especially to the black sheep. And the type that does not care how she affects other people, how they feel when she says that. She says that to Amanda, and that she doesn't even mind saying, well, they really don't care if you're there, but what they care about is that I'm there. Okay. And like I said, this type truly believes that everybody wants them there because they're so special, that they're so, this is often like a spoiled, what is that called? The baby of the family? Isn't that the expression? Baby of the family? Or just any of the really, truly spoiled children. Or ones who have, say it's in a dysfunctional family where they're not all that well off, and then they make it. They're the ones that make it, mainly by conning people, manipulation. They don't say that, but anyway, this is the one that makes it. And well, guess what? The gifts they give, that kind, are usually to show off how they've made it. So they buy more expensive gifts so they can show off. And well, the other ones, the ones who are not like the black sheep, that, the other ones who just really don't have much of a conscience, they'll play the game. They really want that one to be there because they know they can rely on that one, they think. The one that made it, to give them money if they need it. So they'll act as though that's the most special person that they really want to have there for Christmas, for the holidays. And what they're really wanting is the money in the future, perhaps, bank with this person, using this person as a bank. But that one doesn't realize that. They're so arrogant, they're so, self-centered. So, the self-centered is, like I said, giving those gifts is just to get the attention, just to be thought of as the special one. And really not even that, just to show off. Okay. Yeah. And there are more types than that, and maybe I'll be able to put them in a story and tell it as a story, because I'm going to continue on this story eventually, hopefully. But anyway, now in the story, Amanda, she, well, I have other videos, so you can watch those videos about Amanda, but she went no contact at some point with her whole extended family. Okay, that includes aunts and uncles, however you pronounce aunt or aunt. And, any of the elders that were left, cousins, whatever, no more. And because too many of them were on her side. But there was one person in the whole family, which was her Aunt Connie. Aunt Connie. And she is basically kind of like she's a young aunt. She was born later in life to her parents, so but she also recognized the dysfunction in this overall extended family. She recognized it. She wanted nothing to do with them either. So, but Amanda, she recognized what was going on with Amanda. And she also felt that something was pretty off about Amanda. But she was going to, as she got older, she tried, once Amanda went totally, no contact with the family, that's when Connie started, paying more attention to her and basically took her under her wing. But there's more to that story to come. Anyway, I think many of us have had... who have dysfunctional families know that the holidays could be, not in everyone, of course, none of this is one size fits all, not all happens that way, but holidays can be horrible if you, especially being the black sheep of the family, the scapegoat, what they call the golden child. I've done videos about the golden child, that basically it's often like that situation where one wants to pick on that one wants to, so they call them that. I've done videos on that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, but I think, many people have some stories about the holidays. I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.